Tell Me What Really Happened by Chelsea Sedoti. And we're going to be reading part one. It's really weird because it's part one and then chapter one, but we're just going to be reading part one. So, let's see. We'd like to ask you some questions about what really happened last night. Don't worry, you're not in any trouble. We just want to get to the bottom of this. You want that too, don't you? Great. Please answer honestly and be as detailed as possible. The more you tell us, the better chances of finding Maylee. Petra. I don't think you grasp the urgency of the situation, so let me break it down for you. Okay? Maylee is she has no hiking, no yet. And this girl wants to go to 3 from her house. It's got to be what? 2 p.m.? Something like that. So there's only a few hours left. And we've got apocalypse level storm clouds rolling in. And this is something I really shouldn't have to educate you on. The first 48 hours are critical when searching for a missing person. My point is, I don't want to tell you, but maybe, instead of sitting here and asking me the same questions 50 billion times, you should be looking for me. Now this is moving on to, and it's like perspective. Maylee Hayes is dead. Yeah, sure, I know Petra disagrees. She thinks maybe, and she's pissed that we didn't do it to find her. Last night in the woods, after barking out orders, telling Abigail to search the perimeter of that creepy cabin, telling John to wait at the campsite in case Maylee comes back, she tells me to call 911. I point out we don't have cell service, and even though it's dark, I can hardly see Petra's face. I know she's looking at me like it wants to talk my teeth out. She says something like, "Oh my god, then walk down the road until you do, Nolan. Do I really have to lead you through this step by step?" I start to walk off. That's how screwed up my head is. I actually move through the forest and make that phone call, even though being alone in the woods is beyond dangerous. The only reason I stop is because my feet get all tangled in a patch of ivy. That's when I notice that Abigail and John are standing there like statues. Petra's like, "Are you hearing me?" She shines her flashlight back and forth in them. They both look like they're maybe gonna cry or vomit at any second. Petra notices too, because her voice loses its edge. She says, "What's wrong? Somebody tell me what's wrong. We don't have time for this. Unless we want to end up like Maylee, we've got to get out of the wood fast. No searching, no wasting time trying to find cell service. We need to leave." I try to tell her what I saw. Of course, she immediately freaks F out. Don't you dare start with the trash right now. I will kill you. I swear to God, Nolan, I will kill you. So I stop talking. What else am I gonna do? Even now, probably at this exact moment, Petra's still telling herself that Maylee's alive out there, taking a shelter under a log or something, saying she'll be found soon enough. But yeah, it's not gonna happen. Maylee's dead. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm positive. I saw it happen. And then there's a pause. And this is still Nolan's POV. It was by the creek, I think. I don't know. I got all turned around. Maylee had run off and the 4 of us were looking for her. We split up. Petra said not to split up, but nobody listened. So I'm alone and I hear this noise. This wet sound. Like when you're cleaning soggy leaves from the gutter and the whole handful of them splat on the ground. I move towards the sound, pushing through bushes or ferns or whatever they are, wishing it wasn't so dark. My flashlight beam is too weak to cut through the trees more than a few feet. I'm trying to be quiet, but snapping twigs with every step. I'm so focused on how much noise I'm making, I didn't notice the forest has gone weirdly silent. No pine needles rusting, no bugs or birds or other animals. I should have noticed right away. I should have. I stumble and reach out to brace myself against the trees, to stick my hand in something damp and slick. That's disgusting. That disgusting moss that grows on everything around here. I'm in the process of wiping the slime off on my hoodie when I see lights. 2 glowing pinpricks hovering in the air, except they're not lights. They're eyes. its eyeshine reflected from the flashlight beam. Blue eyeshine. I freeze because I know what's happening. I know exactly what's happening. I've been reading about this my entire life. It feels like forever. I'm looking at this creature, and I know it's looking back at me. It breaks eye contact first, turns back to the ground, back to what it had been doing before I interrupted. That's when I realized Maylee's body's down there. And the what sound I heard? The creature, it's ripping her heart. It's ripping her apart. And now it goes to Abigail's perspective. Nolan ran up to me, and his eyes had turned into a hard little marbles, and his mouth was moving, but no words came out for the longest time. Then finally he said, "It's eating her. It's eating her." I asked over and over, what is a bear? But he kept shaking his head, and I asked, did he shoot it? Because I heard the gunshot, you know? Nolan said no, and he was trembling so bad it was like an earthquake had started in his belly and jolting through the rest of him. I thought maybe he was having a panic attack. That's what happened to a lady at Sunny Acres once. She got super scared when her tabby went into labor. The cat was so overweight the lady didn't know it was pregnant. As she started to panic, only she thought that she was having a panic attack. Before then, I hadn't realized panic attacks were so serious. Kids at school say stuff like, midterms gave me a panic attack. After a thing with my neighbor, I was always going, that's not what a panic attack actually is, though. But I don't think anyone was probably, huh? Oh, sorry. What was I saying? Right. Okay, so Nolan was shaking and shaking, and his lips went kind of blue, and I offered if I should call an ambulance, only there wasn't any self-service. Just tell me what you saw, I begged him, because I thought if I just knew that part, maybe I could figure out what should happen next. And Nolan, he tried to tell me. He told me something. He wasn't making much sense, though. I guess we were also scared. Probably none of us knew what we were saying. Besides, it ended up not mattering because right then John stepped out from behind a gnarled fir tree. He had Amelie's blood in his hands. John. Now this is John. I think I like to speak to my lawyer. And that's where part 1 ends, and then chapter 2 begins. But that's pretty much it for this book. So hope you guys enjoyed.